right, Andrew here at the 2A rally on Capitol Hill with Rob Pincus. You are instrumental in putting this together. Thank you so much for coming out here and doing all of this. This is amazing.
Well, there's a lot of people that were working a lot behind the scenes, and obviously Jeff Knox and I had to step out and recruit some of the other speakers, do some of the initial, social media and all that. And obviously AR15.com has been a big help in all the getting the word out stuff. But really, it's the 30 speakers and it's the thousands of American gun owners that put this together, right? You can have an idea, you can, put the first Facebook post up or whatever, but there's a committee of very concerned American gun owners, and there's a bunch of anonymous funders that helped us get this space and make this happen. And everybody definitely played a role. If you're watching this, you're playing a role, and especially if you share it.
Absolutely. Hey, thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah,
thank you for the time. I know that you're rushed. I know you got to get up there and talk in mere moments.
Yeah, we're going to do it. So, again, the thing here is, remember, it's not any one of these 30 speakers. It's the coalition of speakers united under the idea that the Second Amendment protects our individual right to keep and bear arms. That's what this is all about. 100 million American gun owners, that's a lot of diversity of thought and perspective, and hopefully our 30 speakers are going to speak to every one of those 100 million. And maybe you're not going to agree with everything that gets said, but we think that everyone can agree on the fundamental principles, and that's what's most important.
Outstanding. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
As we put this together, it was a small team. There wasn't a lot of us, and it was a lot of hard work. And I'll tell you one thing, there's a big statue down there. On that horse is General Grant. And people came and complained to Lincoln about General Grant. And Lincoln's response was, "I can't spare this man. He fights." Well, ladies and gentlemen, when it came to putting this rally together, I was kind of the chaplain to the drill sergeant, so I got the earful. There were some complaints. But I'll tell you what, I cannot spare this man. He gets shit done. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Rob Pincus.
The driving force behind this rally was coalition. Coalition under some simple ideas. Maybe you agree with this idea. I very rarely write things down, but I wrote some of this down. No more restrictions. Very simple. Say it with me. No more restrictions. No more restrictions. Not one more restriction on types of firearms, variants of firearms, individual firearms. Not one more restriction on a class of ammunition, caliber, or type of bullet. No restrictions on a single accessory, tool, or book related to firearms. No more limits on my collection, nor any restrictions on the frequency with which I can add to my collection. We will no longer tolerate the slow encroachment upon our right to keep and bear arms. I talked about coalition. For years, the piecemeal banning of items and restricting of our rights has served to divide law-abiding American gun owners. We've been divided into various factions. These factions have struggled over limited resources, and many of us have only acted when our own individual priorities were going to be affected. That time has ended. Let this Second Amendment rally, the coalition of people with different perspectives under the Second Amendment, be the end of that. We'll still have our disagreements in the details, but this rally has been purchased by the time and effort by individual gun owners of America. Hunters, sport shooters, firearms collectors, police officers, self-defense advocates. And if your intention, whoever you are that's listening, is to take away our guns, come and take them all at once. United we stand. Yes, sir. The time for division has ended. If it's your goal, whoever you are, to take our guns away, face us as a group in the legislative halls and courtrooms of this country. Be open and honest about your intention to deprive American citizens of a constitutional right, an American tradition, a recreational activity, and our private property, and the means to protect ourselves and those that we care about. No more restrictions. No more restrictions. No more restrictions.